What's up, everybody, and welcome to the video. What's going on? Welcome to more trades. I wanted to start this video with looking at the DXY on the monthly. Looking at the DXY on the monthly since 1985, we've been forming these lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows. February 85, and that's about 20 plus 37 years. We've been in this downtrend and we broke up. The measured move for this falling descending triangle, or if you want to call it a falling wedge, is giving us a measured move till 174. Of course, that won't happen. It won't happen within the next 2 months or so. It will take some time, but that is a projected target. I had these targets for the DXY, and so far it's playing out. Looks like we might be going to kiss that 111.851 that I have over here. It's not so far away. Of course, after every pump we have a pullback, and at every pump Bitcoin either holds or dumps, and the rest of the market holds or dumps, and at the next pullback we get a small pump, and so on. So the markets will be moving up and down. As the DXY moves up and down, you see we had this pump, caused a bit of a pullback in the market. Then we had a pullback on the DXY, causes a pump in the market. So it's only natural to have this, and the DXY has been forming a bull flag after a bull flag after a bull flag continuously from, if you look, when did we start going up parabolically? You could go back. Let's look at the weekly or the daily chart to find it quicker. You could see we've been going up since June 21, or 24th of May 21 was the last time we were down there at the levels of $89 roughly, and we've been going up for the past year or so. It seems it might continue high, depending on the Fed rate, what Powell will come out and speak on the 21st of September. That's for the DXY. Just be aware that we are in a bullish uptrend. We are above a level that was previously resistance. Let me show you that. Sorry, that level was we were at this level. We got rejected once. This is on the weekly, so you'll see many hourly candles that got rejected over here possibly, and it pulled us back to support. It took 3 to 5 weeks to come down here, and now we're back up, and we're above that resistance. So now resistance turns into support. Our daily candle on the DXY looks weak. Okay, enough of the DXY. Let's go into Bitcoin. Looking at the Bitcoin chart on the daily, we have a bearish engulfing candle. We're clinging to support. This level has been respected, though we came under it a few times, but generally speaking, 19,692 is the level we've been wicking about. Let's go to an hourly chart so we can have clearer vision. This is the hourly chart. Our resistance at the top, 21,042. That is so far away at the moment, but if Bitcoin wants to pump, it can pump. And I'm going to show you some closer targets, because we have some fib channels above that we haven't gone back up to. We have a support level, a fib channel, same thing. It's way below 18,995, but we could go down there. If we get down below 19.3, then you should consider 18,995 as a strong support. This level will change as time passes. Price will move down this line. It's a descending line. 18,995. So far, if you look at the MACD on the hourly, the MACD looks really weak. Tried to curl up, and we continued lower. Just keep in mind that the New York markets are closed today, so we didn't get as much volume as we want. They'll be back opening tomorrow. On this chart on the hourly, I want to show you some levels. We have the 19,522 as strong support. We've been bouncing off it for the past God knows how long, since We first touched it on 29th of August, and it's a strong support. This is a descending triangle. Essentially, a descending triangle after a down move is a bearish pattern. Could be a continuation. You could look at it as a bear flag, and you can measure the move from the top over here, which is around the 21,800, until the bottom at 19,500. So 21,800 to 19,500, that's about 2,000 points. So if we lose 19,500, we could come down to 17,500. That's what it's showing. But I'm expecting more downside, but we could have a fake out for the short term. We are getting rejected at the point of control over here for this entire down range, and that means we could come down again to the value area low, which lies again at this support level of 19.5. We could see a breakdown from here and visit lower levels, possibly 19.3, and then we get everyone bearish and pump back up. We're waiting to see if we're going to get that fake out to the downside or to the upside. Everyone is looking at this pattern and expecting something to happen. It may not happen. To the upside, we have 20,042 as immediate resistance and 20,700 as secondary resistance. And if we go higher, we have this liquidity level at 21,800, as I told you. Ethereum, on the other hand, I've been waiting for Ethereum to come and retest the 1720. So far we're finding resistance as 1648. That's where we got rejected at, and you can see we wicked there. How many wicks? Looks like a good level of resistance, and we may be forming a head and shoulders. Some people say head and shoulders don't play out when you're already at the bottom of the range, but it's a pattern, and it doesn't matter what's the name. If it's an M pattern, it's going to break down eventually. So you could look at it as a head and shoulders forming, and or it could also be a W forming. So either way, or a cup and handle. It looks like a cup and handle really to me. But yeah, we have this level of resistance, 1648. 1720 is the next level that I'm looking at to enter a short if 1648 doesn't hold. I might take a trade. I'm really looking at Bitcoin mostly now. 1420 to 14,000 and 1,420 and 1,406 are the levels to watch down at the lower point. If we lose that, we're coming for 1276. If we lose that, it's 994, 911, 712. But at the moment, you're trading a range. Ethereum hasn't formed a very beautiful range like Bitcoin. Ethereum has been sort of trying to move up, creeping up. Bitcoin has been going up, down, up, down. So yeah, in addition to that, Ethereum on the 1 hourly, if you look at this 200 EMA, Ethereum is above the 200 EMA, which is bullish, and this indicator tells you it's a long. I don't usually take trades off these kind of indicators. On the other hand, remember, Ethereum is above the 200. Bitcoin is below its 200 EMA. And the 200 EMA will lie perfectly within this 1 hour range at around 2056. So you have the 200 EMA there, and you have this descending trend line perfectly lining up, forming a double resistance over there. Solana, let me turn off this indicator and get rid of the volume profile. Solana has been traveling in a range and wicking up and down the range. We kissed the value area low and pumped up and are trading around the POC obviously, but the top of the range 3221 and the bottom of the range comes down to, I'm not going to the extremes, I'm looking at this smaller tight range between 30.46 and 32.5. You can disregard the 32.5 and go for 32.21 because the wicks are at 32.5, but nevertheless the liquidity price may go there. So my view for the market is that Bitcoin is in this range. We might have a fake out to the downside, so if you're going to trade the breakout, just be careful, have a tight stop loss. I wouldn't trade a breakout, I would fade a pump. If I see a pump, I will try to short it. Same as the Nasdaq. If I get the Nasdaq to pump up, to kiss this trend line. Why do I have this trend line? It's a previous support and now turned into resistance. If you look, this was our low. This was where Bitcoin was around 17.5, 17.6, and we used it as support. And now if you pump up, you see once we almost touched it, and if you pump up, it's going to be a good resistance in my opinion. But the more times we tap resistance, we will break it. But I would expect a rejection here. Let's look at the EMA. The 200 is way above 12,700, would be a good point to short. The last short I took on a Nasdaq was on the hourly. Wait, let's look at the hourly EMA. Okay, there we go. The hourly 200 EMA lies perfectly. That would be double resistance, same as the Bitcoin chart. Last I took the Nasdaq short was when we got rejected over here. I took it a bit later. I took it at around 13,047 and I made 300%. That was a good trade. If you haven't already, like the videos, subscribe to the channel for daily updates, possible targets. I'm not going to tell you when to enter a short or a long, but I'm just showing you what I may do, and I'm trying to help you guys out make better decisions in your trades. More trades, I'm out.